Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. Today we're going to be working on some quests. We got the nostalgic recipe quest last time, we'll do that today. We'll probably finish off Diacep's secret today, as well as the fishing spot search quest. So, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with the nostalgic recipe. So we need to go inside the restaurant and talk to the chef, see what he wants us to do. Hey there! Finally, my Tabitha's woken up. Sorry for the kicking up such a fuss. Oh no, please don't let it bother you. It's all part of the job, really. Yeah, it's as Estelle said. Incidentally, apparently you have some kind of job for us. Oh, so you're here in business then? Well, what I'd like to ask you to do is to investigate a certain recipe and find its ingredients. How about it? Got the time? Sure. So what are we doing? Yeah, the rest for a stew. Okay, the Roland-style hodgepodge stew. Okay. That doesn't sound, very appetizing. Gotta agree with Estelle there. No, it's just a temporary name. Anyway, I want you to investigate that recipe. If you ask around town, I'm sure that you'll find something. Apparently, every home used to make it back in the old days. Huh, we should probably ask some old folks who know about cooking then. Doesn't seem like younger people would know what the old families cooked. Ha! A reasonable conclusion. Well, that's a fine direction to begin our investigation, but we still don't have enough information about the recipe itself. Yeah, you might be right. It'd be nice to know what goes into it at least. Yeah, that's a good point, but... Sorry, you'll need to ask Radford about the recipe. Huh? I thought this was your request, but you want us to go ask Radford? Well, here's the thing. He's the one who brought it up in the first place. Apparently, he ate this nostalgic meal in his dreams. He's been begging me to make it for him ever since. Oh, so that's why you requested the job. But a guild job just for a stew? I mean, was it really that good? It might not necessarily be because of the flavor. Perhaps it was a memory of some kind. The old man's not saying much either way, but I'm sure that's the case. Anyway, that's the story, so I'd really like to serve it to him if I could. Oh, what a moving tale. To make a really sweet dream of memories past, I shall be glad to assist. Yeah, Radford's finally awake. Let's feed him to celebrate his recovery. Sure. Okay, yeah. Anything else that we need to know? Okay. Okay, we also need to get the ingredients as well. That's lovely. Okay, some rare ingredients. That's awesome. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I can't wait to do this either. And talking to a bunch of people in this town. It's gonna be so much fun. But first things first, let's go over here and talk to Radford. Isn't the meal ready yet? It's an old recipe, so I'm sure the chef is having trouble. Hey, can we have a moment? Oh, who's this but Cassius's girl? You need something from me? Yeah, we'd like to ask you about the recipe you ordered from Denzel. Oh, that dish? Do you mean the stew that I dreamed of? Yeah, that recipe. Actually, we got a request from Denzel. Oh, so then you'll be looking for the stew. I can taste your success already, I'm counting on you. Thanks, but we need your help before we start. We'd like to hear the details about the recipe. Not just what went into it or the flavoring, but where you had it, anything. Well, I see, well then. As I'm sure you know, the recipe was for a stew. I seem to remember the base flavor was black pepper. It was spicy, invigorating stew. Right, strong black pepper. Got it. Go on. The main ingredient was meat, I think, though you could probably also use white fish. But I like meat, so we'll say meat for now. A big chunk of meat, bone and all, so tender that it just falls off. Also, some herbs were used. But I can't remember what kind. I remember the smell, but I can't remember what it was the smell of. It's so frustrating. So the main ingredient was meat or fish, and you want meat, bone and all, okay. And lastly, there were some herbs used, but you don't know the exact types. Is that it? Well, that's fairly specific. That should definitely be sufficient information for us to begin our recipe hunt. Well, hopefully that was a bit of help. Thanks. Yeah, thanks very much. Okay, well, yeah, let's go do this. So we talked to him. Let's go talk to some old people around town. And I want to start with, let's go inside the mayor's house. We want to talk to them anyway because we want to see how they're doing now that their servant woke up from the coma. So let's start talking off with the mayor. Hey, Estelle, everyone. I heard all the details of what happened for Mina. A great deal of it still seems to be under investigation, so I doubt I was told everything, but who could have even imagined a fog that bends dreams? Trust me, we're in the middle of it all and we don't know much more. Anyway, right now we're just chasing snakes from region to region. Hopefully we can catch one sooner or later and get some real answers. Well, good. For my part, I did plan on keeping the full truth of this incident from the citizenry as well. Everyone's still recovering from the trauma of seeing loved ones comatose. I don't wish to scare them any further. It's probably for the best for now. Saying the wrong thing right now could lead us into chaos. And I imagine you're off to new horizons. I can only ask you all to be careful. Your enemy, our enemy, is more twisted than I could have imagined. Don't worry. We're used to the twisting by now. Anyway, take care, Mary Klaus. You too, Estelle. Come back safe to us. Oh, well, thanks. Glad to see he's okay. Okay, yeah, we did solve the problems with the coma and the fog and lead us up and about. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it was nothing. Casual heroism is just part of the job as a bracer. When you find some free time, come back to Rolent again, alright? Have the best tea and snacks you've ever had waiting for you. You gotta talk to her again to have her now talk about the quest. Yeah, did you know the recipe for the stew? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I'm just not very knowledgeable when it comes to cooking. I know I've had the stew he's talking about, but I have no idea how to make it. Ah, that's too bad. We're not finding any clues, huh? Well, no point letting it bother us. We've done what we can. Yeah, it'll leave a bad taste in my mouth if we give up at this point, though. Thanks for your help, ma'am. No need for thanks. I'm sorry I couldn't help more. I'm sure you're quite overburdened, but we do appreciate everything that you do. Keep up the good work, alright? Yes, ma'am, we will, if you'll pardon us. Yeah, we need to go talk to some different old people, because apparently the mayor's wife is too spoiled to actually do any cooking herself. She has her maids do it, and the maid is too young to know the actual recipe. So, let's find some other old person. Let's talk to you. Hello, Mr. Paddington. How are you? Oh, hello there. Can I help you with something? Actually, yeah. You're about the same age as Mr. Radford, right? Any chance you know anything about the recipe? I seem to recall something like that when I was young, but unlike Radford, I've never had much attachment to food. I couldn't tell you much about it, sad to say. Oh, just our luck, I guess. Swing and a miss. Sorry about that, kids. That's quite alright. We'll keep on asking around. I'd start with some of the ladies in town then if I were you. If they're about our age, they may know how to make it. Okay, well, while we're here, let's talk to this guy because he is here for a different quest. Goddess, I beg of you, help me find a way to get closer to that gorgeous woman. Got a sec? Oh, hello! Are you from the guild by any chance? Yeah, that's right. We saw your post on the board. Would you be Anton? That's me, the one and only Anton from the capital. And though we've only just met, my request is fairly urgent. I don't think the job will be too hard, though. What do you say? You ready to hear me out? Sure. So, what is it that you need us to do? Right. Well, you see, I'd like you to gather ingredients for a certain medicine. Here's the list of what I need. And all those things except for the pearl glass you should already have. I have like 40 of them, and I'm not fighting like any battles at all. It's great. Anyway, putting aside the monster bits, I'm not too familiar with what a pearl glass is, but it does sound familiar. Pearl glasses are river fish. I need their livers to make the medicine that I want. They're found primarily in freshwater rivers with a lot of floating water plants. Freshwater, plenty of plant life. Alright, got it. Done writing it down? Great. It's all you then. Don't let me down, guys. Huh? That's it? Hold on a second, we've still got questions. Huh? Why? What more do you need to know? I gave you lots of details. You just said that you were making a medicine. What kind of medicine is it? And for what purpose? We need to know both its name and its intended use. Why should I have to tell you that? Any medicine used incorrectly can be a deadly poison. As protectors of the peace, we cannot support or condone any criminal activity. Exactly. If you've nothing to hide, then it shouldn't be a problem to tell us. I suppose that makes sense. Alright, what I'm looking for to make is a medicine called Diaset Secret. For a while after you take it, no amount of liquor can get you drunk. I've heard about it from Father Divine, so I trust that it works as described. Whoa, not even a little drunk? That's pretty incredible, actually. How curious. How interesting. Huh, what nonsense. Drinking without getting drunk is, what's even the point of drinking in the first place? The way you drink's kind of messed up in the first place, Shara. But why do you need that medicine? Is there some upcoming party you can't gracefully extricate yourself from? Sort of. You might say it's a drinking party, and no, I can't back out. That's why I need the medicine. Huh, I understand the feeling all too well. Do you really need to go that drunk, though? Can't you just drink a little and stop? This is ridiculous. Trying to cheat your way out of a good buzz is an insult to responsible drinkers everywhere. I can hardly believe you would talk about drinking responsibly with a straight face. I'm sure the irony is completely lost on her, though. Anyway, are you satisfied now? Yeah, I suppose. Once we have the ingredients, we'll come back here and deliver them to you. Awesome! And good luck. My future depends on it, so please don't take this request lightly. Can't you see how on earth your future depends on this? But, sure. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go and get that pearl glass later after we're done looking for this other recipe that we have to do. And the next person that we have to talk to, whoa, wrong way, is this house over next to the restaurant. We want to go in here and go inside the first door upstairs to talk to this old bat. Hello, everyone! Luke's finally woken up! He's already back to his old self. He's even running around outside. Huh, well, that's way better than the alternative. I'll visit him to see how he is later. Please do. He's really quite fond of you. All that aside, though, I get the impression that you have a purpose in coming over today. Oh, you could tell. Actually, yeah. I have something I'd like to ask you about, Miss Maggie. Go right ahead. A strong pepper stew. I've heard of it, but I've never made it. I was always so busy helping my parents, our meals were very simple, really. Oh, I see. Great. Perhaps we should visit someone else. I'm sorry I can't be more help. Yeah, so, that's it there. But the next step that we have to go to is, let's see, we need to go to the general store on the second floor, because there is another old lady up there that we need to talk to about this. Let's see, you! Hello there, could we have a moment of your time? What is it? Is something wrong? No, nothing like that. I just have a quick question. Okay. Yes, I know the one. It used to be very popular around here. Really? Could you tell us anything about it? Oh, I could tell you plenty. It was your standard dish in every household back in my day. Yeah, Denzel said something like that too. This has to be the one. We've been looking for the recipe for that particular dish, ma'am. Would you happen to know the ingredients? Well, yes and no. The recipe I know is probably a little different than what you're looking for. I don't mind telling you my version, I just want to make sure you're aware of that before you pass it on. Different how? I thought it'd be the same recipe. What do you mean? My recipe is ones that have been passed down in my family for generations. As with any family recipe, it's been tweaked here and there over the years. The flavor's likely not what it used to be. Though, as I've said before, I'd be happy to give you my version of the recipe if that's fine by you. What do you think? It's been updated a bit, but maybe that's okay? I'd like to find the original if we can. The original version would be ideal, but yes, we can't afford to be picky. A slightly different version beats handing the client nothing at all. I agree. And it would hardly do to turn her down after she's so kindly offered. Yeah, I see what you guys mean. You'd like it then? Wonderful. Wait right here, I'll go grab my recipe book. All this just for a recipe. Like, this is pretty crazy, I've gotta say. Oh, that's right. Well, no wonder I can't find it. I'm sorry, children, I kept you waiting much longer than I meant to. I'd simply be fuming were I your shoes. No, it didn't take that long. So, did you find a recipe book? I hadn't thought about it until I started looking, but I actually gave it away a while back. What? It completely slipped my mind, I'm so sorry. He'd said it made a hobby of keeping older books and asked if he could add it to his collection. I hadn't cracked it open in years, so I thought nothing of handing it over to him. If only I weren't always so generous. Trust me, I feel like sighing too. We'll never be able to find out who got it either. Man, what a pain. No point cursing our luck. What's done is done. Our time would be better spent figuring out what else we can do. Exactly. Perhaps you really could ask around and see if anyone knows the man with the recipe book. Yeah, only one thing to do, so might as well suck it up and get to it. You said you liked collecting old books, right? If you have any idea who that might be, we should try them first. I'm afraid that's all I can remember. I wish I could help you more, really. Well, no worries. It gives a pretty big clue. Can't be too many guys out there who collect old books for fun. Yeah, thanks for your help. Okay, so there is a person in town who collects books, so let's head over there, and it's back in the house next to the restaurant on the second floor. If you recall, we went in there and talked to him earlier, probably 5 or so episodes ago when we first got to town. We were just talking to people. Hey, Estelle, what is it? Nothing too important, really. Just kind of admiring your massive collection of books. Huh, indeedy. I'm quite proud of my collection. Collecting old books is my calling, and this is my cathedral, more or less. Old books? As a calling? I wonder, maybe it's worth asking. A bit of wild grasping at straws never hurt anyone. You've lost me, I'm afraid. So that's the story. It's the wildest of guesses, but I don't suppose you have that book. Mrs. Bloom's recipe book, right? Yeah, I asked her to gift that to me a while back. Wait, seriously? Sure. She said she had a lot of traditional local recipes, so I wanted to make sure that I preserved it. I asked her for it, and she entrusted it to my care. Oh, cool. Well, that sounds right. Grope for straws and eventually come up big. Let's have a look at the infinite wisdom of the ancients, then. Do you mind, Rhett? No, I don't mind at all. The hitch would be I'm not entirely sure where it is, come to think. It's definitely in my archive, I know that much. It would be faster if you just searched for yourselves. Sure. Okay, yeah, we can do that. And it's right over here. Sweet, let's read it. So we need to go ahead and get all these things, and for the most part you should have everything. I do, except I need to go and buy a couple more stuff from the restaurants, or from the general store, so I'm going to buy that stuff, and yeah, let's go turn in the recipe. Let's do this. I got everything that I needed, so let's do this. Hey Estelle, how's the investigation going? Right, well, we found a recipe. Whoa, you already found it? Man, you guys are fast. Bracers are incredible. Might want to hold that praise. Why's that? Well, you see... Yeah, it's altered. Well, it can't be too greedy. I'd call it a job finished with that recipe. Sorry, Denzel. It'd been best if we found the original, but the basic parts probably won't be that different. I'll smooth over the rest with my instinct and experience. Huh, pretty confident. Now that's a chef. Well, anyway, let me go over the results of our investigation. Oh, I see. It's more or less what I expected, but it does use some surprising ingredients. And right now, I really can't get to cooking this. So then, we're all done here. And pretty much is what I'd like to say, but I also asked for the ingredients. That was part of the job. Yeah, we've got everything. Awesome. Good work, now we're set. Whether I can make a meal that'll satisfy the old man or not, the rest is up to my skill. Bang a gong and we're on! I don't think I've ever heard that expression before. Bang a gong and you're on. I remember the Gong Show, where they would have people like up on a stage, and if they sucked, they'd bang a gong and like pull them off with a staff. I see, so you couldn't find the original recipe. Yeah, I'm really sorry. We asked a lot of people, but in the end we never found anyone who knew it. We're terribly sorry, sir. No, ultimately it was my selfish request anyway. You don't need to be so worried. Well, I admit it's a bit sad to know I'll never taste that flavor again, though. But, Radford, it might be a bit early to give up. Oh? I'm sure the meal that I made will be close to that flavor. The recipe you guys brought still has a nostalgic flavor. Yeah, and while you are talking, it's getting cold. Yeah, looks pretty good. You should eat it while it's hot. Really, I'd like you to think of us as watching on the sidelines. I've been sitting here dealing with such a lovely smell for a while now. My stomach's rumbling. We got to talking a bit too much. Well then, let me have at it. Well, how is it? What do you think? I know this flavor. What is it? This is it! This is the stew I made in my dreams! Woohoo! Really? Yeah, really. It's not even slightly different from the nostalgic flavor that I remember. What I wanted to eat, what I dreamed of eating was exactly this. That's incredible, Denzel. You perfectly replicated a recipe from a dream. I mean, I'm pretty confident in it, but that's a bit too generous. No, don't be humble. The meal is perfect. This is what I wanted in every way. It brings me back. Those lost days of my youth. The girl I admired was ever so good at this recipe. Shed many manly tears the day she wed. Well, this is getting a bit soppy. Huh, never heard of that. Sounds like you were quite the passionate one in your youth, old guy. Huh, the special privilege of youth. The privilege of youth indeed. Everything has changed since then. Even that angel of a girl is now a dried apricot. Who are you calling a dried apricot, you old fart? That voice is... Oh, it's that lady who gave us the recipe book. Mrs. Bloom? Really, to badmouth a lady in front of such a crowd. You're as twisted as an old man as ever, you. No, it was just a play on words. What is it, ma'am? We don't see you much here. Yeah, it's been a while. These people came by my home to ask about the recipe a bit ago, and well, I was curious, so I came by to see. So this recipe's... Yeah, it's cooking style passed down to my family. This stew was my best recipe when I was a girl. I made it often for Radford here. So that means the girl this old man admired was... Time is a cruel master indeed. Huh, what'd you say? Nothing. Well, one way or the other. I'm just happy to see people eating this old recipe again. Here, since I've come down all this way, let me make it for the first time in a while. You all should enjoy the flavor of tradition yourselves. Hey, don't mind if I do. Love the chance to observe some of the tricks of this recipe firsthand. Well, let me borrow the kitchen. Ooh, and get the pepper pottage recipe. Sweet, and we complete the quest. Awesome. Now we have another quest to complete. We have Diaset Secret. Speaking of, unrequited love. So we need to go get this pearl glass, and in order to do that, there is actually another last final fishing spot in the Roland region, so we're going to finish up this fishing spot search as well, and it is over where the boss was in the last episode in the Mistwalled Forest. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you there. Well, here's the last fishing spot, so let's go ahead and fish. I want to fish with the bamboo fishing rod and the river snail bait. Hopefully I catch that pearl glass. This would be lovely if I do on the first time. Woohoo! Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Damn! Ooh, I got a skull pendant though. Let's keep on trying that. Come on. What did I get? What did I get? shit, come on now. Well, third time's a charm, I guess. If I don't get it this time, I'm just gonna try to get off screen. Ugh. Before you try fishing for this pearl glass, make sure you save. You want to use the bamboo rod and the river snail. If you don't have any river snail bait, go to Esmelis Tower and fight the coral snails. There, I think it's the coral shells, and they drop river snails. So hopefully you can get some there. These guys are a pain in the ass to fish, so keep that in mind. I'm just on the Elise Highway right at the bridge. Woohoo! Got it! Awesome. This took like 5 tries. What a pain in the ass. Anyway, now that that's done, since I'm on my way, I'm going to go ahead and turn in the fishing spot search quest to Percy down at the Garoon Gate. So I'll meet you there. I'm down at Garoon Gate. Let's report our quest. Oh, hey, Bracers. Good work. Well then, let's hear how it's going. This is... I never thought there would be hidden fishing spots in places like these. This is incredible. Truly a perfect report. So our job's done, in other words. Yep, that's what it means. But first, let me just say good work. Whew, finally over. My feet are kind of sore. Yeah, it was kind of hard, but I've got to fish for the first time in a while, so I'm pretty happy. Seems it was a good break. Well, glad to hear that. I've left the formal reward with the guild, so that's taken care of, but since it's come up, here, take this too. Ooh, the metal rod trident. Nice. Pretty nice, right? It's a specialty made rod exclusively for big catches. I'm sure you'll be able to use it. Let me offer this as my personal thanks for a job well done. You sure? This is an awfully nice rod. Yep, positive. The Fisherman's Guild does not hesitate to invest in the development and standardization of fishing culture. Oh, but anyway, can't stay to chat. I've got to get back to the capital and deliver the investigation report. Oh, okay. I'll pray for a safe journey. Guess this is goodbye then. You really helped me out today. Keep up the good work, okay? If you get the chance, drop by the headquarters in the capital. Look forward to it. Awesome. Well, we went over there last time and we couldn't we couldn't join the fishing guild. I don't know why they wouldn't let us join. But anyway, let's go, and now we need to go turn in Diaset's Secret, which is on top of the clock tower in Roulette, and I'm going to meet you there. Well, here I am. Let's report. Hey, Anton, got a sec? Oh, back already? Could it be? Did you bring the ingredients for the medicine? Right you are. Go ahead and check them out. Oh, you did it! You've got them all! Thank you, Bracers. Woo, come on, let's go get this baby made. We're coming with you? Naturally. You're the ones who helped make this all possible. It's only right that we taste a sweet moment of truth together. I kinda get the sentiment, but this is just weird. Well, whatever. Let's go with them and get this job closed out. How could we refuse an invitation to bask in his glory? That's what I like to hear. Off to Father Divine we go. Thank you for waiting. The medicine's done. Here, take it. This is Diaset's Secret. This is the medicine I've been looking for. This is it. A medicine to keep you from getting drunk no matter how much you drink. That's true. However, that effect is only applicable if you follow all directions and use the correct dose. Yahoo! I finally got it! Now I can confess my feelings to Ina with my head held high! What? Did he just say Ina? I can't let that go. Yeah, that lovely lady in the guild. She's apparently a heavy drinker, but that's no problem as long as I'm prepared. If I drink this medicine, I can invite her out and survive. You made that medicine to take Ina on a date? That's both gutsy and kind of pathetic. Still, thinking about it, this might be a golden opportunity. If we miss this moment, no one might be able to drink Ina under. I like the way you think. I'd love to see Ina get crushed under the weight of her liquor for once. Oh, so you'll help? I'd like you to find a way to invite her out from the guild. A noble mission. We'll endeavor to do our utmost to aid you. Would meeting up at the bar work? Yeah, that should be fine. Once she hears there's drinking involved, I'm sure Ina will meet up. Hold it, Shara. What's the problem? We're already on board with it. We should always strive to go the extra arg for our client. Right. She just wants to drink, doesn't she? Man, I knew I was right to hire Bracers. You really care about your clients. I'm heading to the bar, so see you in a bit. Yes, let us be off, brother. I hope Anton survives. That young man is far too hasty. I still haven't even finished explaining the medicine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I doubt that Ina will take up the offer anyway. Just you watch. Anyway, come by the bar if you're interested. I'll drag Ina there later. I came because I was curious, but seems like Sharon and Ina aren't here yet. I wonder if she couldn't convince her. Well, let's take a seat and wait for a bit. But I don't think that we'll have to wait. Oh, well, I guess here they come. Sorry to drag you all the way out here, Ina. Will the guild house be okay? Yes, I'm having Ridge mind the front of the house for now. An important part of the receptionist's work is to talk with clients after all. Forgive me for making you come out here when you're so busy. No, don't let it bother you. Now what was it that you want to talk about? Let us begin. She really brought her. Apparently she made it a consultation. Well, it is kind of a consultation, but I wonder if Ina will get mad. Well then, first a toast to this wonderful meeting of minds. Let's. Sure, I don't mind, but are you okay, Anton? Drinking before a consultation? It's okay, bring it on. I may look like this, but my tolerance for alcohol is pretty amazing. Oh, is that so? I guess you really can't tell by looking. Well then, cheers. I thought they just started, but they're already drinking. But if Oliver's participating too, then did he have some of that medicine? Yeah, I think he took some. Otherwise, he wouldn't look that confident, right? Really, what a joke, Ina. Yeah. Now then, let's get to the main topic. May I inquire as to the nature of your request? Yeah, so about that. Ina? Please go out with me? Go out, you mean like that? Yes, please! I cannot bear to live without you anymore. Well, that's rather sudden. I'm not sure how to respond. I can understand Ina's confusion. The bonds of man and woman are not such that rationality might know. They are not a problem that one might solve through thinking. But I need to have some kind of solution. Am I just supposed to live crushed under the weight of these feelings? Fear not, young man, I have an excellent plan. Shall we settle things with a contest? Contest? Meaning the battle stage. A bar. Having said that, the weapons at your disposal should be clear. A drinking contest, then. Well now, that's an interesting suggestion. Still, it would be unjust to cast poor Anton into this ring as such. Let us attach a handicap to Ina. Alright, but what kind of handicap? I shall take the field with Anton. In other words, you contest the two of us. Alright, I accept your challenge. Now we're talking. I'll serve as the referee then. However, I have my own condition. And what would that be? We'll use the strongest liquor they have here. I apologize, but I can't waste too much time on this. Understood, as expected from Ina. Whoa, they got tons of drinks there. This is enough to make a rhino cider go cross-eyed. Thank you, Faulkner. Now, shall we begin? I'm ready. Okay, let's do it. And they're off. I sure hope that medicine works. Ah, that's 5. Really hits you right in the gut. I've cleared 5 myself as well. That should be 10 between the two of you then. Pretty good pace, I'd say. Yes, really, perhaps too good though. If you blow through it too fast, the liquor will hit you all at once, you know. No, I wouldn't get drunk over this. Indeed, my liver feels especially strong today as well. Now, let us keep up the pace. Both of them look pretty good. I wonder if this is the effect of the medicine. But Ina's expression hasn't changed at all, and she hasn't had any medicine. Well, she is Ina, but this might be a better match than I'd thought. 20. And? How are you two? I've finished 10. That was my 10th as well. Well then, they're also at 20. You're evenly matched. What a surprise. Your pace hasn't slowed at all since we started drinking. Just like I said at the start, right? But I gotta admit, my throat's burning a bit. Yeah, it feels like I've been scorched. You don't feel it at all, Ina? Oh, is something wrong with your throat? Do you have a cold? I was asking the wrong person, it seems. If you're not feeling well, don't force yourself. I don't want to cause trouble for the store, after all. Yeah, let's continue our match. 15. Even my stomach burns. Anton? What is it? Are you feeling okay? It seems like you spaced out there. No, I'm okay, of course. Anton, keep it together. The medicine's effect hasn't faded yet. Ina's already drunk quite a lot herself. No matter how strong a drinker she is, her limit should be close. But Oliver... She doesn't seem bothered at all. Just look at her. She's not even the slightest bit red. What is it, you two? If you're a man, then not be troubled by such trivial things. Beyond here, it's a battle of wills. Now overcome it with your love and courage. Got it. Are you sure you're okay? If you're not feeling well, then you should give up sooner rather than later. Thank you for your thoughtfulness, but we have no intention of surrendering. Yeah, this is where things really get started. Now, let's continue the match. Number 36. Number 18. Me too, 18. Gentlemen, you're not looking very good. Do you intend to keep going? What a thing to ask now. If I back down now, I couldn't really be called a man. Anton? Whoa! And there goes Oliver. Hang in there, you two. Oliver! They're completely drunk. I wonder if the medicine wore off. Really, that's too bad. Today I thought I'd see Anya get sunk into her cups. I guess that medicine was only a veneer of strength in the end. Medicine? So actually... Oh, this is bad. What brings you here? I heard 2 youths were having a drinking contest. I had a suspicion, and it seems that I was correct. Yeah, they're totally trashed. Seems like the medicine wore off, so... No. Normally the medicine should last an entire evening, however, most likely the 2 of them shared it between themselves, and without the intended quantities, the effect won't be what's expected. Oh, so that's why. Everyone, make sure you obey usage instructions when taking medicine. I think I see what's going on. I thought it was odd for Oliver to suddenly invite me. I guess that's just going to strengthen his trauma, huh? Anyway, I'll take responsibility for taking care of these 2. It seems they've imbibed quite an unhealthy amount of liquor. Yeah, please, I need to be getting back to the guild. What is it? Ina, you smell strongly of alcohol yourself. You've had quite a bit yourself, it seems. But you're not drunk? Me? No, this was hardly anything. I drank, sure, but that was just barely enough to be social. What? Seriously, you're a bottomless pit. Well, then that's fine. It's true you do smell of liquor, but you don't seem to be drunk. Well then, if you'll pardon me. Well, Scheherazade, take care of the rest, thanks. Oh yes, and you can put this all in Oliver's tab. That part of you that never misses anything is what I he throws up. Oh, okay. I wonder why we have to, Oh, because Oliver's drunk.
Leave it to me.
That's crazy. Okay, whatever. We'll just stick those 2 in. Finally gotten some quality drinking time today. Circumstances aside, I really have to thank you guys. You're welcome, I guess? By the way, what happened to Oliver afterwards? Don't worry. Father Divine gave him a clean bill of health. He's a bit slow on the uptake right now, but I'm sure he'll be able to do his job just fine. He's upstairs if you need him. Yeah, and next time on Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter, we're going to finish up these quests into the Mine Commission. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.